Y'all know who it is, man. It's Drill with Street News. Keeping my ears to the street to bring y'all the latest news, raw and uncut. And today on the roster, we got NBA Youngboy. Yeah, he got arrested by the feds. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell down below. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. Without further ado, man, let's get it. Today, NBA Youngboy is arrested in Los Angeles and taken into federal custody. I guess they got behind his car for an outstanding warrant from Baton Rouge for the September music video they got arrested for when they arrested 16 people on drug and weapon charges. But I don't even understand how he knew it was him in the car in LA to pull him over in the first place, unless they got a tip from somebody that gave him away. But he got out and bailed on him when they got behind him. He got out on foot and ran through the hood. You know what I mean? They had to bring the dogs out to get him. I guess it took them 2 hours and the dog sniffed him out, but the dog didn't bite him. You know, he a demon, so you know, dog ain't gonna mess with a demon, you know. But it's unclear if he was with anybody at the time. But I guess the police did find a couple guns inside the vehicle. So we're not sure if they was NBAs or not, you know what I mean? If somebody's coming to claim him or is he gonna get charged with him? But the feds did take him into custody. But no one should even be surprised by this, by him being arrested, because everybody knew he was being watched. All the media outlets was telling him the feds was on him, and he kept doing dumb shit, and he really didn't care, you know what I mean? He was still doing what he wanted to do, flashing guns, making crazy videos, crazy statements, saying what he wanted to say. NBA gonna be NBA, you know what I mean? Youngboy gonna be Youngboy. He already knew how he should have been moving, and he knew he wasn't moving right. Then on top of that, he's always incriminating himself on his songs, talking about he got 7 bodies, he do this and that. And it's so weird, like the judge dismissed his probation down in Louisiana. Because y'all remember he had a 10-year suspended shooting for the 2016 unfatal shooting that happened. So she dismissed all that probation, all that time he had left. She took it off and said he did enough time already. But there's always a reason behind it. She must have knew the feds was coming and they wanted to indict him on something. And he still got that Miami shooting over his head when someone died. He know the feds are still investigating that. He got these old heads around him like AMG Case and all of them, and they ain't telling this young boy nothing. They rather let him crash out and just be yes man and do what the hell he say do, instead of telling him like he's moving wrong. Come on, like, what are y'all around for? Y'all been through this? And I know 3-3 had to tell him. You can tell he's the only one that got his head on his shoulder, and he ain't on that type of time. Like, they should have realized when they did that to Birdman's nephew, Bezo 187, and he almost died. And he's pointed out NBA said he saw him coming before they put a bag over his head. His mom even said, man, she gonna wait because the feds is gonna get him. Watch, the feds is gonna get him. She telling. She already told the boy that. She wasn't lying. She wasn't scared. She didn't care. That was her son. She was going to protect him at all costs. That's why everybody heard all that chatter on the internet for a couple of days, and then it just died down, and we ain't heard nothing else about it. And we already know there's a reason for all that. Because, you know, everything you do gonna come back tenfold, because karma's a bitch. Like I said before, the energy you put out is the energy you get back. I just feel like, yeah, NBA going to get out on a bond, because I feel like the feds are just trying to build a case, because you know it only takes to hang with 5 people consistently for an organization for you to be charged with the RICO case. And they don't consider NBA and 4K Trey and BBG a label. They consider that a game. So they consider 4K Trey the big game, you know what I mean? And all the other ones just a branch off to the 4K Trey. So when feds start doing a roundup and picking people up, man, I want to see how strong 4K Trey really is. Or are they going to stand stiff and not fold? Or is niggas going to start trying to jump ship and say they self? And then you already got his team going down slow. You got NBA Pap in there for the G Money murder. And then you got Ben 10 in there for a body. And then you got LilTim that killed King Von. You don't know what he's telling the feds and what he's telling them people. And he about to get out. Just look at this 6ix9ine situation. He took down the whole Treyway because he wanted to run his mouth and he couldn't stand stiff. Anybody can claim that they gangster and they solid until they stand in front of the judge and look at that mandatory life, they get convicted. Like Pimp C said, if you want to glorify the good, man, you got to glorify the ugly. And this is the ugly part that people don't want you to see and they don't want to glorify. But this is what it is. This is what it leads to. Jails, institutions, and death. Pick one. If you want to live that street life, that's the one you're going to pick, one of them. And this ain't nothing to glamorize on my mama. It only take one person to bring down your whole organization. As soon as they say something, it's a wrap. It could be your man that you had the most faith in. They'll be the one to put the nail in your coffin, have you sentenced under the jail. And I know Youngboy got to be tired of the life that he living. He got to feed 1,000 wolves. And as soon as you start feeding them, they're going to bite the hand that fed them. Real talk. There's always going to be a snake in one of them bunches. I can guarantee the majority of them niggas wouldn't even be around if NBA wasn't doing what he was doing for him. And he still got to keep his head on a swivel and watch everybody, including the people around him. And he made so many beefs in the street, from Little Dirt, the Pooh Shiesty, the Hot Boy, the T Grizzly, the Jack Boy, the Kodak Black, man, the list go on. Jay Prince. I couldn't tell you who the young boy wasn't beefing with. That's why I feel bad for the young nigga. Like, he just don't know. They don't even care if he crash out. I guess he figures he has a big enough bag to go to war with anybody. It's crazy, just because even though Youngboy got the money, it's like he ain't pulling the strings. Like, he should be sitting back like a boss, but instead he want to do everything the wolves is doing to show he down and that he ain't soft and he ain't weak. You know, that's crazy. But I just wish the little nigga the best and hope he can figure it out before it's too late. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. If you like any part of it, man, give it a thumbs up. And come subscribe to your boy. You got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. All you gotta do is click the link. It don't cost a thing. And leave a comment and give me some feedback, good or bad. And make sure you click the notification bell down below. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. And y'all know, peace, love, and respect. And pray for a better today so to be a brighter tomorrow. Stay dangerous. We out.